Yo, what's going on, family? In today's video, we'll be looking at more creepy and strange TikToks.
A shocking new video of several people climbing out of a manhole near Penn Station. Video posted to social media shows people in overalls and what appears to be headlamps emerge from the manhole one by one. This happened back on Tuesday about 4 o'clock in the morning. The NYPD says it is aware of this video. The Department of Environmental Protection inspected the sewer system and did not find any structural damage. This video follows similar underground sightings in Brooklyn and Queens earlier this year. It's unclear whether all three incidents are connected.
What's up with the Ninja Turtles, y'all? What's going on underground? Like, what's really going on? What's up with these tunnel systems? Is this a way to move around? Like, these guys had on lights and everything. Like, they was, like, on a mission under there. I don't trust the water, period, so I really don't trust it now. Fauci ally admits hiding records tied to Wuhan lab after wine and Michelin dinner payoff.
Under the advice of my attorneys, I will invoke my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A catfish with claws is crazy. Yo, what? You got a crawfish. A catfish and a crawfish linked up, y'all. Would y'all eat it? Y'all gonna throw it in y'all seafood boil? It ain't seafood. River food. Lake food.
Mr. President, on that beef deal, which countries did you make that deal with? What are the sources of the beef deal?
I don't want to say which countries, but there are a few countries, but they're going to be sending in the highest quality beef, and it's something that we need.
Why do we need it? Why? I'm just curious. I don't know. I go to the grocery store. There's beef in there. I don't know if I want it or anything, but there'd be beef in the grocery store. You can go to the local meat market. They got beef. I know you guys probably got some farmer friends. They got beef. Cows. What's this beef that Trump's trying to bring in? Stay away from fast food restaurants. 1 billion served. You got 1 billion pounds coming in. Gary, Indiana. Day 11, no power. Living out of the car at this point. 8 months. Pregnant with a 3-year-old. Yo, that's unfortunate. You might as well drive to Chicago. Or something. Man, that's really bad. Why are they all in white outfits? Some type of ritual going on. It's a lot of ritual stuff going on. Like, the world is in a weird spot right now, ain't it? I don't know how I feel. Oh, snap. We got people. This? Okay, that's pretty high tech up here.
This is crazy.
I commend you on that. Like, how they got a... Okay. Y'all seen the clothes line for drying the clothes going across the freeway? How'd they get them clothes up there? Like, how did they hang them on there to dry? I don't know, man. They got like a pulley system. That's the only thing that makes sense. Like, if they got a pulley system where they can pull it, like they put a shirt on there and they pull it, and then it goes and put another shirt and pull it, pull it, pull it. That's the only way, because how else did you hang the shirts up?
Even with the outfit.
All right, it can't be that mainstream. What's the 28? in the 28% in the 28 Bics. I mean, that is a weird number to sell. Pins. We'll give you 28 pins. Maybe he's on to something.
I'm wearing, this is a Faraday fabric, which does cut out all your cell phone and Wi-Fi and everything and gets you off the grid. This is what most people use to coat their houses with, you know, because it blocks out complete Wi-Fi. It's a lot to get the general public to know about and care about, you know. So
I think we should probably just get like Faraday houses. Like, you probably need a home away from home. I mean, that's pretty far-fetched. Most people can't even afford a home. But if you could, though, and you had one home, you know, for your work and stuff and your leisure time, and then you can leave and go back to your non-Wi-Fi protected Faraday cage home, that'd probably be smart. No, see, you know what? No way. That's exactly. I'm good. 120,000 without power. Pray for the city of Memphis. Memphis ain't got no power either. Are the blackouts happening now? They put this on their balls. What you talking about? Oh, that's like plastic, right? And then they make it into these little fibers. Yo, and then they turn it into Ethica and PSD underwear. That's exactly what they talking about.
Y'all are not taking this shit as serious as y'all supposed to be. China sent out a PSA to their citizens saying do not respond to aliens if you are contacted. You heard what I just said? And I know y'all don't understand this, so I did the honors. Look at this shit right here. Do not do it without permission. Basically, it's saying that if they are contacted by aliens, notify the United Nations immediately. If you go to Google, you will see China's state-backed regional media circulated a public announcement advising citizens not to independently reply to potential extraterrestrial signals. Mind you, scientists actually updated international protocols this year for what we're supposed to do if intelligent extraterrestrial life contact Earth. And one of the biggest rules, do not answer them on your own. And that warning, or rule if you want to call it, came from the International Academy of Astronautics. So they're basically saying that they want any responses discussed internationally before humanity sends anything back. That's enough proof right there. For our whole lives, they've been telling us aliens are on some conspiracy crazy shit. Now we actually have scientists developing rules about who gets to talk to them. Mind you, let's go back to the UPA files. Basically telling us that everything that we thought wasn't real was real. And now this is where things get much scarier. Why are they suddenly becoming more comfortable discussing it? Why are UFO files being released? Why are scientists updating alien contact protocol? And why is there now a warning circulating? And then after you tell me that, tell me why we wasn't informed. Why didn't we get a warning? Like I always tell you, it's nothing new under the sun. And when they tell you to look left, you gotta look right. I told y'all in the beginning we was gonna see some shit in 2026. I'm out.
Hey, yo, did the warning say alien or extraterrestrial? You get what I'm saying? Because, like, we got to be careful with the words we choose. And they use a lot of words to kind of mix things up. Like, alien means anyone who's not from this area, right? So, I know you guys have heard the term of a person being an alien citizen, right? So, let's say China's putting out this, hey, man, if any aliens try to talk to you, hey, that's not, or try to convert, you know what I'm saying, communicate with you, we're not gonna do that. We just here for China right now. I don't know, it could be that, or they could be just telling us like, hey man, there's extraterrestrials out here who are trying to contact us and they know it and they just want to jump the gun. They want to be the first ones to do it. If a so-called alien, if an extraterrestrial was to try to contact you, what would you do? Are you gonna contact the UN, or are you gonna say, hey bro, it's an alien calling me. Hey, she bad. A bird watches a guy fishing, so the guy offers the bird his fish, and this is what happens next. Oh, okay. Get back in the water. Okay. Not everything in this world is evil or malicious. Or is it trying to catch it again? I don't know. Maybe you want to catch its own food. I have no clue.
And there's a new invasive species swarming our backyards. It's called the Asian tiger mosquito, and it's
Asian tiger mosquito. How'd it get here? Go back to Asia with the tigers, bro. We don't want no. Why is it in Illinois? You know what I'm saying? Bro, go somewhere. I hate mosquitoes, man.
known for biting during the day, so it's now much more common
During
in
the
the Chicago
day?
area.
Take multiple blood meals, not just one. They're really good at biting people, better than the mosquitoes we're used to.
He says the Asian tiger mosquito is now the third most common found in his traps, and they can only fly the length of a football field, which means they're reproducing closer to homes and in yards.
Oh, boy.
And they like breeding in old rubber tires. Like any mosquito, they thrive in stagnant water. So make sure you dump any standing water.
Gotta get rid of
you've
all
got.
my old rubber tires now.
Yeah, get rid of the old rubber tires. If you have a salvage yard or something in your backyard, do something about that.
Yo, I have a fire pit in my backyard, but unfortunately it's less of a fire pit and more of a swamp, because they did, all right, people before me made some big old cool, they thought it was cool, fire pit. It's concrete, goes into the ground or whatever, in-ground fire pit, looks cool or whatever, right? I thought it was cool. We moved in too, man. One day it rained, yo, that mother filled all the way to the top and took like a week to drain. I was like, yo, this is an issue. Ain't got it fixed yet. That mud was like a literal pool, probably full of mosquitoes, man. Tiger mosquitoes at that. Really wish these two stories hadn't came out on the same day. You know what I'm saying? Horses, and then now we got beef, and now they're intertwined. What if it's, you know what? I'm gonna get back to that. All right, so hold on. Let me read this because I thought he was going to talk. As of late March 2026, Cuba is experiencing a severe energy crisis with multiple nationwide grid collapses, including a third total blackout within the month, occurring around March 21st and 22nd. You know what's crazy to me is, like, if these things weren't common before, but yet they become so common now, there's got to be some type of correlation with that. Anyways, as of March 21st until today, has no electricity, complete blackout. That's Cuba. How do we prepare?
Now I know there's gonna be a bunch of y'all that's like, hey bro, it ain't even that serious. You know what, you're right. We in America. It's not like our grid has ever went down before. So let's just talk about the other emergencies. Let's say that there's somebody who hits a pole that's near your house, or you're in the middle of a thunderstorm and it just knocked out all your electricity. Are you gonna try to find that flashlight that you ain't seen in 6 months? Or are you gonna trust that LED light that you've been charging this entire time? Check it out. I'm in the middle of a tennis court. I'm not near any outlets or wall plugs. And I know y'all seen the video where I use a lemon to power up the light bulb. What I'm using right now is this attachment that comes with the bulb to charge this lamp. So in the middle of a blackout, you can use the other attachment that they sent you to plug up the light bulb and power it up. Oh, I forgot to mention, the other attachment comes with the hook, so you can use the light bulb and actually walk around the house like it's a lantern. So if you're unprepared and you want to be prepared, I went ahead and included the link in the video down below. So if you see the orange cart, that means they still have some in stock.
All right, so this is not TikTok, so we don't have TikTok shop. Yeah, I guess you just gotta search whatever that light bulb is, because that is kind of smart to have. I might need to get a couple of those, you know, a couple little light bulbs. I could charge an actual lamp with it. Like, is it a battery though? I don't know. I'm confused now.
Next tonight, the U.S. Navy weighing a controversial decision. Sources telling ABC News Navy officials are considering renaming a new aircraft carrier after President Trump, instead of honoring a highly respected black World War II hero as planned. Here's ABC's Martha Raddatz.
He was the first African American in history chosen to have a U.S. aircraft carrier named in his honor, a World War II hero named Doris Miller. But tonight, sources tell ABC News the Pentagon may soon strip that honor away in order to rename the ship after President Trump. Miller was a Navy cook aboard a battleship in Pearl Harbor in 1941 when the Japanese attacked.
The Japanese have attacked the Pearl Harbor.
He ran above deck and with no training, firing an anti-aircraft gun at the onslaught of Japanese warplanes, then carrying injured sailors off the sinking ship to save their lives. He was killed in action himself 2 years later. the first black man in the U.S. ever to receive the Navy Cross for valor. And in 2020, that new honor, an aircraft carrier with his name. His great niece telling us back then,
to have the USS Carrier named after him, our family is just absolutely speechless.
The team building the carrier proud to be part of the history.
My original connection with Doris Miller was the fact that he was someone that looked like me.
At the time, President Trump heralded the decision as well, but with a note of envy.
The next American aircraft carrier will bear the proud name of USS Doris Miller. That's pretty good. They won't give me that honor. That's a big boat. That's a big ship. All right, one day maybe, but in the meantime, you're right, one day maybe.
But that day may have come. Sources telling ABC News Navy officials are now weighing removing Miller's name from the ship and instead considering naming it for President Trump. No U.S. Navy vessel has ever been named for a sitting president. Miller's great niece said it would send a message to all black service members.
It's very heart-wrenching. It's like almost like a stab in the heart for me to get.
Hey, just a quick question. Has there ever been a time on the news where they've ever referred to anybody as white? You get what I'm saying? That would be a disservice to white servicemen. I've never heard it because I don't think it's a thing. You don't even say that about any other race, to be honest. I mean, like, it's just, yeah.
And then take it away, and it kind of make you wonder, like, are we good enough? Are we equal?
We are also told by officials that Miller's Navy Cross may be upgraded to a Medal of Honor, something the family has always wanted. But we asked for an official response from the White House, the Pentagon, and the Navy about the possibility Miller's name would be swapped for President Trump's on the aircraft carrier. They had no comment. Whit.
All right, Martha Raddatz, our thanks to you.
There's a group chat with over 400,000 racist people claiming that they are tampering with black people's foods when we go to restaurants. And the restaurants they mention, Texas Roadhouse or Logan's. And I'm quite...
Yo, I went to a Logan's. I only went to it once, but I kind of like had to. It was for like a state track meet, you know what I'm saying? And we're in a small city, so we're like, hey, where are we going to go to food at? And like the other coach was like, let's go to Logan's. It's right across the street. So go to Logan's, and Logan's was alright, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully they ain't mess with my food. Logan's, I'm gonna see y'all again next year. I'm gonna ask some questions.
Sure, it's way more than that. And people say racism still don't exist. At this point, the best thing to do is stay out those restaurants. Cook your own food. Matter of fact, look at this shit. Listen.
This shit ain't funny. I have a message for y'all today, and it's from a Facebook group called White and Proud. And this is a message that white servers have for black people. So I'm going to read it for y'all just so I can spread awareness. But anyways, it says, to all you blacks in here, keep this in mind. Hope you enjoy your next meal next time you eat out. There is a Facebook group that I am a part of, which is this one that I'm reading from, and it is for white servers. We have come up with a plan. When a table of black diners come in and place their orders, we walk back to the kitchen to get your food when ready. There is always a blind spot in the kitchen, and we are licking our fingers and touching your food.
This shit
if
is
it happens
crazy,
to
man.
be a Texas Roadhouse or Logan's, those rolls are full of our white saliva. Some of the cooks are in on this too. Think they are playing? They aren't. Believe me, this has been going on since y'all started this nonsense with Carmelo, the candy bar Anthony crap. By the way, the group has over 400K members. Enjoy y'all's food.
Then Texas Roadhouse put out a statement acting like people was lying. Read it. I'm not saying shit they said. After that statement, they put out this statement. Once shit got hot and they understood that people wasn't playing. Here we go. Read it. Again, I'm not saying shit they said. Now listen to this last video.
Can y'all tell me why there's 400,000 people in a group, a racist group, that is going around, and when black families or black people come into their restaurants, and they're the servers and they're the white servers, they're all working together and going to the back and bringing your food out
I guess it's safe to say that we're done with Texas Roadhouse, right? And Logan's, right? We better be done with Texas Roadhouse and Logan's. I'm out.
You need to just be done with them all. Be done with them all. If it's not your people in there that own it and are cooking it for you, be done with it. That's how I feel about the whole situation. For one, I don't even like you being in there working. They don't. They don't care. They look at you a certain way. I've heard the conversations about everything. They automatically assume you a certain way when you walk through the door. From tips to everything, they always got something to say. From the way you order the food to how you order your steaks. Stop going to the restaurants. For what? Why are you spending your money with them? Boycott them. I don't like it anyway. I hate the rolls. Why y'all like them rolls anyway? I'm good, man. Cook my own food.
Okay, y'all, this is day 11 for Gary, Indiana. And yes, I live here. I've lived here all my 65 years. So they're doing a giveaway of of cleaning supplies and some food. And it starts at 12. It's presently 11:04. And they've been out here since 8 o'clock this morning with chairs, umbrellas, everything, getting ready. So let me show you what it looks like. Okay, there's never any cars on my block because there's only like 5 houses. But here we go. People have been in line for the longest. Starting to drizzle a little bit, but people are all the way down the block in both directions. There's never any cars down here, but everybody's been down here since this morning, waiting in line. Long line at that. Let's see if I can. Okay, I guess I can't. But this is how far back. Hi.
Looking at your nail.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so looking all the way back to the far back as this goes, because this is the farm, the church and the farm, where they have goats and chickens and ducks and such. I don't know how to increase the size. I tried. So there's the little goats. And the mosquitoes have declared war, I promise. Like if you walk past... Oh, a bee. Sorry, y'all.
I was going to say, wow.
Bad. So if you walk past like one of the dead trees or trees that's laying on the road, they will come and attack you out of those brush. But yes, they're doing the giveaway, and the giveaway does not start until noon, and they've been out here since 8 o'clock, all the way down the block. They finally had to, I don't know if you can see, I don't know if I can lift it high enough, they have the police now on the premises because it was getting crazy, people cussing and clowning, and this is a church that's doing the giveaway. But this is day 11, folks.
I couldn't imagine.
Day 11. And people are tired and angry and bitter. Some people are going home. They're not going to even stay. They're packing up because people brought their bag chairs because they knew they were going to have to sit for a while. So that's that. I will report back when I get a chance. Day 11. Talk to y'all later.
That should let you know right now how much we are unprepared for this or anything. 11 days and it's like, I don't know, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? There's no plan. There's no survival method. There's no acting on my own. There's no crisis plan. There's none of that. So it's like we're to a point now to where we are very, very much dependent on the government. and whoever else, or whoever is going to be the one to hand us what we need. You get what I'm saying?
So here's the unfortunate part about anyone who lives near Gary, Indiana, or you were affected by what is going on now, 11 days of darkness. Unfortunately, when the power goes out, the water treatment facilities are unable to clean that water enough for it to be safe for the residents in that city. They may have told you guys to boil that water. Unfortunately, and this is gonna affect a lot of people. Once your power is cut back on, I'm gonna ask every single resident who is in Gary, Indiana, or near that city, you will need to get tested. I'm not gonna say for what, but when that news comes out, because that water, when you take a shower, it seeps into the biggest organ on your body, which is your skin, and it goes into your system. Unfortunately, you will need to get tested, and if something comes back weird, there's going to be a huge lawsuit. So Gary, Indiana residents, be careful of your water at this minute. I'm out.
17 states are now under a federal emergency electricity order due to the stress on the power grid related to the current extreme heat. The U.S. Department of Energy has authorized additional power sources to prevent rolling blackouts across the southern power pool, which serves 17 states. Officials point to soaring power demand due to the heat as well as AI data centers.
Due to the heat. No, due to the data centers. The heat is also due to the data centers.
Also, a reduction in wind-generated electricity, imported electricity, and multiple plants are currently down. Heat is actually the #1 cause of weather-related deaths in the United States. We've already seen at least 70 people die just in July. At some point, we have to have an honest conversation about priorities across this country. Americans are being asked to conserve electricity. We're having to reroute power to prevent blackouts. Meanwhile, AI data centers are using electricity 24/7. Some are consuming the amount of an entire state each year. We shouldn't be sacrificing power to our homes, hospitals, and schools so we can create AI slop.
Right.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Damn.
Y'all, look at this car, y'all.
Yeah, I'll get over there.
He trying to. Oh, they getting it,
nah.
y'all.
No, that's a bad idea.
What
I
the
know
freak?
exactly
She need to
what
get
happened.
from up out of there.
He's rocking it. Look.
She needs
Now
to
it's
get
gonna come
out
right
of
back
there.
up. Look. And
Oh my God! Oh my God!
hey, homie ain't have his foot on the brake. The tire got the rolling. I hope he's okay though.
Is she okay? Yes, she
Or
okay.
she
She
okay.
okay. Is she okay? Yes, she okay. She okay. But it was somebody else in the car. Oh my goodness. Is they okay?
I'm not saying I'm old, but I remember when pistachios were red. Or were they? When was this? Hey, y'all got a glare on my face. Hold on. I gotta fix that. It's just that time of the day.
Along the river here, the steep canyon walls, we go in search of the secrets still being discovered here, the ancient rock writings that tell the story of the Native American ancestors who first lived in the canyon.
As you hike through the Grand Canyon, you're met with reminders of the ancestral Puebloans, the work that they did here, the cultural work. And you can see that this is a petroglyph here etched into the side of the stone over my shoulder, reflective of the time. By some accounts, this right here is 1,000 years old.
There are 11 indigenous tribes deeply connected to the land here. For them, this is a sacred place.
The vastness of the Grand Canyon and the areas that surround it is simply staggering here. Everywhere you look, the rock formation.
Hey, sorry, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this, man. It's just throwing me off, this whole little documentary style thing with Native Americans, and then it says Disney celebrates America. It's just not. It's not hitting. Any restaurants each company has and where they are located. So Culver's all over the Midwest for the most part. Whataburger all over the South. Okay. Zaxby's is in the South too. You ever had Zaxby's? I had it once. Carl's Jr. We ain't got no Carl's Jr.'s out here no more. You know, that's very true. I ain't seen one in a long time. Wingstop. I mean, they're pretty much everywhere, ain't they? Five Guys. They're pretty much everywhere. Yo, this gonna go through all 23. Hardee's. Panera Bread. Mainly on the East Coast. A little bit on the West. Panda Express. Alright, let's just skip to number one. Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, I didn't expect that. They really on the East. McDonald's. The whole United States. Starbucks. Whole world run on Starbucks, right? What's number one? Subway? Yo, Subway look like a map of like the trees, like the terrain maps. That's what this looks like. Subway is all over. Subway runs the world. Now you know. Interesting fact of the day. Firefighters put out flames with the sound wave technology. Everything is frequency. Go put the forest fires out with this. You feel me? Like, whoa, what is this, Target? Yo. Gary, Indiana having no power for 2 weeks. The Target Halloween costume, which we just seen. The Texas Roadhouse Facebook group. And yet, we the ones always making it about race. I mean, come on, man. You just... A manipulator is going to manipulate. Oh, snap. You see it in the house? Oh, snap. I don't know what that is. Y'all think it's Flash? Oh, wait a minute now. Look at it. He stopped it. And then painted. Oh, whoa.
I know you guys caught that, right? A living Magneto over here. I mean, look. You see what he did. He paused this big metal spool that was about to crush him like a bug. Council, he did that. He stopped the energetic flow and pushed it back for a moment so he could get through. And right after, he freaking passes out. It's like the expenditure of all that energy, family, drained him and knocked him out. Like in
he literally paused that mub. No, we got, hold on. I don't know. It's not enough intent there. I guess if my life's on the line, I'm not thinking. I'm just going to act.
Movies. Your boy is a living X-Man, family. We're seeing the activation protocol. It's happening right here, right now.
Wait till you see what I found. I don't even want to make this video. This is not Western North Carolina. Surprised? It happened again and almost exactly, if not exactly, the way it did in WNC. Why are the main news stations not talking about how Indiana's been out of power for 7 days?
Crazy,
that
right?
and everything is completely flooded. So we'll come right back to destruction because I've been scrubbing radar data for hours and hours and hours. Okay, pay close attention to above my head. You'll see all these beams popping up.
Look.
Then out of nowhere, this massive storm comes right where the beams were, completely unrelated, by the way, to the storm. And then as the storm came in, the videos are showing that it was absolutely green. Almost like everything is frequency. And then look at all this. Up here, right, but all this stuff exactly where it was pointing, all this stuff comes out of nowhere. Unrelated. By the way, check out this straight line or beam that's going directly into the storm. Real quick before we continue, Conspiracy Mail is going out this week. If you want to join the club, say Mail Club in the comments, and I'll reply with the link. Details for that and the raffle and giveaway you can enter for free is going to be in that link. Also the pinned comment or link on my page. And this was the wave, this is like the third, fourth, or fifth wave after. We're about to look at the first one, which is really crazy. So this was before the beams right here. Exactly like with Western North Carolina, we had all this crazy storm come out the same exact location, not move at all, and be there for absolutely freaking hours. If you know, you know. What a crazy storm this state that is very rich in lithium is going through.
I'm just saying, man. Look, Chicago has some crazy storms. I'm gonna tell y'all a weird fact, right? This year alone, I'm pretty sure Illinois has had more tornadoes than any other state. Go look it up. That is not supposed to be like that. It's not. Something's going on. They hit in Chicago, they hit in Indiana, they hit in the Great Lakes. I don't know what's really going on.
And completely unrelated, it just came out that all the residents of Indiana stopped the centers. For real, that they stopped them for a whole year. Then a couple days later, not related whatsoever, obviously.
Where are the people who own these vehicles?
Now let's take a trip back to WNC. Why are all these vehicles all over the freaking road and no one's coming back to get them? Right. Remember how hard it was for them to get help in Western North Carolina? Wasn't that a little bit odd? Now these vehicles are being left behind? Almost like the help wasn't really helping at all and just there for, you know, video appearances. And now the same exact thing is happening in Indiana. It looks terrible. 7 days, no power. Make sure you're praying. You know the GOV is really not too much help. They might just be the opposite of help. If you get what I'm saying.
Have you heard it?
GOV is the OPPS. You feel me?
Anything about what's happening right now in Northwest Indiana? And if not, then ask yourself why you haven't heard a single word about it. Because on August 11th, a massive derecho ripped through Lake County with 99-mile-per-hour hurricane-force winds. It completely flattened the grid infrastructure and knocked out power to over 300,000 people, and as of today, a full week has now passed, with tens of thousands of citizens in working-class communities that are still trapped in total darkness, watching their food spoil, their medicine ruin, and their basic safety vanish in the heat. But where are the corporate networks, and where's the non-stop, breaking news coverage?
You know?
There's not any, but instead, if you turn on your TV, or even scroll through mainstream feeds, you'll see just the same scripted circus of red versus blue distractions, or BS illusions over voting. They want us hyperfixated on partisan theater, arguing over political sound bites, while human beings within our own country are forced onto social media, having to beg strangers for crowdfunding, water, and basic survival aid. Because what has the system actually provided in response? Just bureaucracy and red tape, and even though a state emergency declaration was issued, yet direct, individual financial aid from federal institutions remains completely stalled in administrative channels while everyday people suffer. Local government forms and online filings don't replace spoiled groceries, or run a generator when the grid collapses, and this is the ultimate proof that the state and its media mouthpieces will never prioritize human life over institutional image. They sell us the illusion of protection, but when a real crisis hits, their media goes silent and their systems are slow, delayed, and indifferent. They broadcast endless partisan outrage to keep us divided,
because if we stopped looking at their political noise, we would see that the only real support we really have is with each other.
Literally.
We can't wait for centralized power or corporate media to save us, but instead decentralized mutual aid, direct community action, and working-class solidarity are the only things that will keep our people alive when their grid and their system fails. We do not forgive, we do not forget. Anonymously enlightening out.
Anonymously. He ain't lying. Even though I don't know if that was him that said that, but still, y'all get the point. We gotta really come together. It's gotta be community-based, right? It can't be government-based. It can't be Big Brother-based, right? You gotta do it yourself amongst your own people, because that's who matters at the end of the day. The only people that care about your community is your community. No one else really cares. This is your sign to host a conspiracy theory night. That's a good idea. Should probably have a conspiracy party soon, you know what I'm saying? Bring up a bunch of different topics, get a bunch of different opinions, come to a conclusion.
You know what cracks me up? When we were younger, like kids and teenagers learning about history, and whenever we read about the Holocaust or slavery or anything of that nature, we would say, oh, I would never let that happen. That's crazy, because if it were me, I would da-da-da-da-da. Well, the time has come. And what are we doing? You're letting that be you. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're just sitting here. I don't know how y'all are going about your normal day to day. You're going to work. You're paying these imaginary fake bills with this imaginary fake money that shouldn't even exist in the first place. How are y'all functioning? How are y'all taking trips? How are y'all going out to the clubs? How are y'all just living life on I don't give a fuck mode? Like either you genuinely are slow as hell, you genuinely just don't give a fuck, or you're like myself and you know that you can't conquer Goliath on your own. You need a team. You can't take down a beast with one person or with 5 people. Why can't we all gather around and do what Nepal did? I don't want to hear or see any more posts about what these governments or these quote unquote elites are doing every day, and we're not doing anything about it. The only place that had balls was Nepal. So I'm looking for the people with steel balls, heavy balls of steel. Because I can't. I don't know how y'all are functioning and pretending and going on about your lives like nothing is happening while they are literally trying to kill us.
Someone's watching the watchers. Yo, look at all of those kids.
So we're proud of things that we shouldn't attach to pride at all, i.e., murder, gangbanging, drug dealing, mass consumption, and mass incarceration. And negating this data almost intentionally to protect values you've held close to yourself is the definition of anti-intellectualism. You're holding these values close to yourself because this has been the model. This has been the model for you. And this model has been reinforced in film. What are all the films that you talk about? What's the films that niggas gonna get together and talk about? Paid in Full, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, South Central. These gangster films of the year, Paid in Full. Did I mention Paid in Full as the first one I mentioned? Belly.
Yeah. Menace to Society.
Well, you get a bunch of men together and we start talking about movies, we always gonna lean into gangster movies. We don't bring up The Wood. If a young lady is present, she gonna bring up The Wood.
Yeah.
We don't lean in movies where a nigga talking about the love of his life and a lifetime of loving and the nervousness around losing your virginity and the banter that comes with your homeboys around conversations around sex, you know, coming to age stories. Those aren't the movies you're going to, because these are the models for you. And they're reinforced not only in the film, but the music. The music reinforces ideas of murder, gangbanging, drug dealing, mass consumption, and mass incarceration. and having pride and or glorifying those things.
Yep.
Every time you get on the track, you repping your set.
Yep.
Every time you get on the track, you repping, you calling out your hood. Every time you saying free this nigga, free that nigga. Every time you want to talk about the clothes you got on your body. Every time you want to glorify the murder and how you murder. Oh, the gun was so, I had like, I won't call out no names, but I had some battle rappers in there, some agreeing, some disagreeing. And the battle rappers that disagree because all they raps is about how big their guns is. So this way of thinking, this model of thinking puts money in your pocket.
Yep.
So of course you don't want to think that it's less dangerous, because then that makes you seem like a phony. And a lot of it is pretending. The biggest liar in the world is a rapper.
Do we got a point?
They tell a rapper all the time, fake it till you make it. Fake chains, fake charges, fake crimes, fake gang, fake hood, fake name.
Fake everything.
Facade.
Well, hello, Derek. Your credit biller balance is $1.71. Better get that credit right. Your checking account balance $4.68, my guy. You must have just paid some bills, my boy. You got a little bit of spending money.
Based on a model that they gave you. Yes, we participated in the selling of the drugs, but the period that we talk about is either called the crack era or the war on drugs. And what it really was a war on poverty.
Yep.
And a war on impoverished black men and women. Took the mothers out the neighborhood. Took the business out the neighborhood. Terrorized the grandparents who was now forced to raise the children. Took the structure out the neighborhood. Took all the core values that black people hold near and dear to themselves. It took it out the neighborhood. And they introduced this new nigga. This new nigga that'll kill you broad daylight. This new nigga that ain't scared to go to prison. This new nigga that go to prison and bring the prison culture back to the block. And then the block adapt prison culture, which subconsciously prepares them to go to prison.
Yeah.
We take pride in these things because it's reinforced that we take pride in these things. And they effectively created the model for what they want the black man to be. And you have not ever taken sovereignty over that identity. And you know that it takes responsibility, discipline, and consistency in order to create this new model. It takes a hands-on approach with these young men to create a to create a new model. But what did I say? You change the diet, you change the mental diet, you change the physical diet, you change the spiritual diet, you change the child.
Yeah.
These young men that still exhibit these behaviors are either chronically online, are also highly impressionable, they're following examples that are comprehensive to their emotional state or their quality of life. They are still living in poverty. And all of the men left in these neighborhoods that they respect still model the white man's idea of what the black man is supposed to be.
Crazy.
See, if you was going to the neighborhood every day and you was providing skills, let's say you was a welder, you an electrician, you an HVAC technician, you a plumber, and you was going and teaching these young men to do wouldn't make the news. But if you go rob a liquor store, they're going to put you on the news.
Crazy.
If you was helping old ladies cross the street, if you was making sure, if you started the delivery service that gets the seniors and the elders in your neighborhood their groceries without them having to leave the house, they won't put you on the news. But if you snatch one of their purses, they'll put you on the news.
Yeah.
They have an idea about what they want the black man to be. It takes a consistent and a disciplined effort to change that narrative. It takes power to have ownership over self-definition. And the young men that still exhibit these behaviors are either chronically online, highly impressionable, or are following examples that are comprehensive to their emotional state and quality of life.
Crazy. Yo, dropping them gems, yo. There's got to be a change. You have to do something. You got to grab, what do you say? sovereignty of you, who you are, black men. I'm speaking specifically to you. Who are we? What do we stand for? And what are we going to allow others to define us as? Is this what we want to keep doing? Questions you got to ask yourselves. But yeah, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.